Well, this really is quite uplifting. There is so much to raise the mood all around us. After all, this is when, in the face of anything, hope springs eternal, and the fans puff out their chests proudly. Really is quite a sight to behold this. It feels like a big game, it looks like a big game. Mind you, they all do at this ground. The action has already started. That has been cut short. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into his stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But
Messi is on it. Can he finish? It's in!
That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Oh, he's just loving that. Certainly gives you a very unique feeling. Tremendous.
I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Rodri. De Bruyne. And it's Messi. And he's intervened well there. Kimmich. Some really good ball movement. Luis Suarez hits one! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
That'll earn him a few high fives. Probably feels he could have been better protected, though.
Barcelona with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. And he gets rid in a hurry. Madrid are looking to go forward now. David Villa is onto this. Barcelona are behind here, despite their domination of possession. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Rodri. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And that's put paid to a promising move. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Guardiola. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Bout of passing here, really easy. Batistuta! And he has kept it out somehow.
Batistuta really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Corner number 2 then. Keeper has taken decisive action. And now they can spring out of defence. And here's Batistuta. And Batistuta! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Xavi goes short. Decent hit! Batistuta. Great chance! He's missed, but not by that far.
Yeah, he may have snatched it down a bit, even though it was quite close.
Rodri. De Bruyne. Mbappe. De Bruyne.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Xavi. Beckenbauer kept aware. And the first 45 minutes are up. Steady, solid, and for now, where they want to be. Just one goal, and they have it. Good effort from both sides, but at half-time,
Volunteers
it
for
is
each block,
1-0.
please report to the staff
Well, for
room
me, Peter,
immediately.
things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
And the game has already resumed here. Can he put it away? It's a goal! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Oh, listen, the writing was on the wall. It looked like this was going to happen, and it has. Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
Mbappe! Xavi. Barcelona come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
João Cancelo. Passing is crisp and sharp. That's a lovely, neat pass. Messi, he's picked his way through.
Well, I'm hoping for a nice open second half now. It's there to be won.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
The attendance
Xavi.
for this match
And it's played forward.
649.
And it's Xavi. Back into the middle.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Xavi. Shot a goal! He has hit that forcefully.
Well, that was smashed with venom, violence even. All he had to do was hit the target. It's such a shame.
Barcelona are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise.
Well, the manager's got a decision to make here, whether he's happy to stick or twist.
Works it forward. Rodri promptly onto that, and that is that. Guardiola. Xavi. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Chance! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Well, we were anticipating this. They're very much set up for the counter-attack, and I don't see it changing anytime soon.
João Cancelo. João Cancelo goes on a charge down the left. Neymar looking to get on the end of this. Out for a throw.
Well, they deserve an awful lot of credit for their commitment to the cause, but it's a goal credit that would be most welcome now.
He is just caressing the ball. Plenty to aim at here. There's the shot! A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
Villa really has just learned a lesson there. Your focus cannot lapse, even slightly. The taker has to look for options because an aerial supply doesn't look promising here.
Yeah, they've got to find a way around this huge height disadvantage. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
Ronaldinho. Mbappe.
There will be 5 minutes added
Messi.
time.
Van Dijk gets across to intercept that. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Neymar puts his foot on the gas. 5 minutes to add. Oh, that's a key interception. It's gone for a throw-in.
Substitutions taking place.
So nothing between them in 90 minutes, and we are in for extra time.
Well, there was very little between the sides all the way through, so extra time is the correct next
Hello
step.
everybody, and please join me in
Well,
wishing
fitness
a happy
and fatigue,
wedding
the key
anniversary
factors
for one
now
of our
as
fan
we
club
head for
members.
extra time. So it is that time again. Every team looks to write its
everybody,
own
and
special
welcome to
script.
today's match.
Moments like this are to be savoured. Hopes are high. A good start. That is what they all want. Really is quite a sight to behold this. It feels like a big game. It looks like a big game. Mind you, they all do at this ground. We have already started here. It's Luis Suarez! He's scored!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more. Well, when the game's played like that, it's made to look very simple. You know, I love watching football like this. Easy, effective.
Eto! It's in! They have heard the starter's pistol and come racing out of the blocks.
That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
Barcelona are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Eto. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And the counter is on. He might be in here. Neymar. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And he's managed to get free. Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And he's intervened well there. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. And here's Neymar. Oh, he's bustling through here. And it's in!
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
Japan get themselves back into contention.
Listen, goals change games, and that has changed the whole complexion of this one. They have the momentum now.
Not the most accurate pass. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Xavi, now the finish! Costa Curta. Japan upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly as they can get it, and they're hunting in packs to do just that.
Good to watch.
It really is. It's rugged and robust, but it still needs plenty of intelligence and teamwork.
And it's Luis Suarez! Good first touch and almost as good a second.
Suarez brilliantly took control of that, which was exactly what the situation required.
Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. And he welcomes it in. Now it's Luis Suarez! They've done it! And with that goal comes comfort.
Oh, that was a cracking little exchange to set up the finish, and a lovely understanding between both players. I mean, that's clearly tailored on the training ground and delivered beautifully on match day.
So the lead now is 2.
That has the feeling of a breath of fresh air, Peter, and now they can fill their lungs and just blow them away.
Added time.
Now there's a fine ball. Decent hit! They've scored! Deep into first half stoppage time, a crucial goal. And we've reached half time. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half. So what a half. So many talking points, so many goals, so much drama. It's 3-2. Here we go again then. Guardiola. Kimmich. And it's Eto. Great ball if he can get there. Great, it's Eto! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Barcelona with the corner, there first. He's got full. It's a goal. It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Eto demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
And now he has 2. Barcelona go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
Well, everything is going to plan, Peter.
Climbs up big! And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Guardiola. Now it's Eto. Roberto Carlos is charging up on the overlap. Now, can he find a finish? And the finish! That was superb goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Good reason for optimism here. Defending of the desperate variety. And he's gone backward here. That's good play. The movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Neymar. Might be danger here. Mane! Really well taken goal. Back to within one. Interesting.
Look, there just wasn't much of a gap to begin with, and to find it, I think it was a fine drive, and I don't think the keeper could have really planned for that. I think he's a bit unlucky in that instance.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, it was important they didn't get ahead of themselves and lose their discipline. This game plan...
There's the shot! He scores! And look at his joy! Is this not why we love the game? Just gorgeous, the most glorious, delicious of touches. Followed up with... And the shot! Oh, taken with style! Just 1 goal in it now! Game on! And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
We have got ourselves a game here.
I think they've done so well to get back in it, but it's important now that they don't become over-eager in chasing another. They only need one more chance. Patience is key.
Now it's Eto. And he's on his way!
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Couldn't quite squeeze that one through.
Yeah, it's safe to say that they just need to manage this to secure the win now.
6 added minutes has been indicated.
That's a shade optimistic. Quality ball. Looking for options for movement. Neymar has a go! Cleared away. And Messi! That's a half-decent try.
Messi really looked as though he had chosen correctly then, and yet we quickly realised he hadn't.
No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. And that is that. Barcelona have done it. The perfect outcome. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. And nobody in this atmosphere can hide from the truth about how much this game matters. The scene overflows with colour and passion. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Haaland. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger.
You know, for me, Peter, there's a deep-lying playmaker out there who's as good as it comes. Pep Guardiola. As composed as he is clever, he always acts as the key pivot in forming attack after attack.
Yeah, he's a bit of a manager on the pitch.
Well, astute is the word.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Barcelona finding their passes. It's gone for a throw-in. Rodri.
It's not the game we were hoping for, Peter. I think both of these keepers could text about their respective uninvolvement.
Roberto Carlos. And it's Xavi. Could try cutting inside here. And that has been cleared. And we have our very first corner. India have the chance to go the other way. Messi wins the duel this time. Belletti. Aims beyond the defence.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Kimmich. Guardiola. Oh, that's a key interception. Luis Suarez is offering some sort of an apology there.
Oh, that just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
Now it's Neymar. Guardiola. And he's made sure that's not getting through.
Neymar, well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Someone who's featured heavily of late, in a good sense, of course. Messi. And that's really well manoeuvred. And he's being shifted off it.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And we've reached half-time. Truth be told, perhaps it's not the game that many anticipated, but there is lots to be seen in it, lots to be taken from it.
And
Plenty
now,
for the key figures to mull over, but it
for a
remains
special
goalless.
presentation featuring our guest
How's the first half
performance today?
compared with your expectation?
Unspectacular, but solid, and that solidity could yet be the foundation for them to go on and win.
So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. And the action is back underway.
Barcelona clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Now it's Batistuta. Oh, good ball! And Batistuta! They want to be quick to recover this.
Barcelona have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. Now it's Batistuta. Rodri. Haaland. And he welcomes it in. Very few chances to talk of, Jim. Defence is, it seems, on top here.
Yeah, I think it's a scoreline in keeping with what we've seen up to this point. Combined attempts at goal aren't high in numbers, and we could do with something to spark this contest into life.
Neymar. And it's Neymar. Messi. Guardiola. Now it's Messi. And he cuts out the supply. Aldair. And Hernandez. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to save from up here, I know. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside.
Substitution for Barcelona, number 14.
Both sides then
Batistuta.
taking this chance to
Number
turn to their
8.
benches.
Xavi, number 17. Suarez,
Messi.
number 6.
Oh, perfectly measured.
Number 7.
Good run, lovely take, but that is where it
Coming on the
stopped.
field,
Well, there are a
number
few
9,
pockets of space that are being exploited,
number
and they need
20,
filling, and fast.
Neymar. Number 5, Didier Drogba. Number 16, Rodri.
Almost 75 minutes on the clock now.
Adams.
Looks a good ball through. Tries a shot! He has done it! Finally, the deadlock is broken.
Look, before we can even delve into the detail, the significance of taking the lead should be our initial reflection, and that's priceless.
Oh, that was such a smart exchange of passes, and it took so many defenders out of play in one quick movement. Wonderful goal.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Barcelona have penetrated for the first time.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. And here's the chance to counter. Oh, that's clever. Now it's Neymar. Shapes to shoot! It's Musiala! Oh, that is rather wayward.
India were again presented with an opportunity to break and look very, very threatening.
Belletti. And it's Messi. Rodri does well to stand firm and defend it. The message is clear, none shall pass. Oh, what has happened here?
Barcelona probably could have killed things off, but they should be okay here.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Now that's well seen too. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Musiala. Drogba. Neymar. He's picked his way through. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Barcelona have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the... Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. Really is quite a sight to behold this. It feels like a big game, it looks like a big game. Mind you, they all do at this ground. We have already started here. Oh, perfectly measured that. Neymar, he has found the way through. And that was very necessary. India have reclaimed it. Johan Cruyff, the human phenomenon, known to so many as the Dutch master.
Well, you look at his records up until now, Peter, and they really are astounding. You remember the European final where he scored 2 goals, which prompted the Dutch media to say that he single-handedly brought an end to the era of defensive football.
Well, with him on your side, who needed defending?
I'll brush that quip aside, Peter. You know trends in football come in phases, and I think the current one is very much his.
And here's Son Heung-min. He's found a way past. It's Son Heung-min! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
And not just close, agonisingly close.
Van Dijk. Barcelona are enjoying the lion's share of possession, but nothing yet to show for it. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Now it's Cruyff. No, that's been intercepted. Roberto Carlos. Kimmich. slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Son Heung-min takes control of it and he's on the move. And here's a player who has defined a generation. India, disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. It's gone out for a throw-in. Messi. Looking tidy in possession here. Gives it back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
That's good running with the ball. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Pass was just off target. Hernandez. And a goal here just before half-time could mean a great deal.
Barcelona couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
And it's Neymar. Oh, he's bustling through here. Van Dijk did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Van Dijk. Roberto Carlos. Son Heung-min. Messi. Now it's Son Heung-min. That looks a good ball through. There's the whistle for half-time. Well, it has been a half largely of could-haves and should-haves. Perhaps the more impatient amongst the supporters will feel they're overdue a goal, but it's certainly not for the want of trying, so nothing to show as yet. At the break, it's 0-0. So your views on the first half?
Yeah, the scoreline doesn't tell the whole story, as one side has been significantly better, at least defensively.
Interesting half, just missing goals, so don't be surprised if the second half brings a change to the scoreline at the break. 0-0. Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Barcelona are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Belletti. Now it's Luis Suarez. He's played him through. He's found a way through.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Aldair did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he's intervened well there. Koundé. India looking to get their possession game going here.
Yeah, it can be very stylish and expansive to watch if they get it to the standard we know they can. But what's key is the number of ballers in the team. As long as they don't lose the purpose. If they keep the purpose and the urgency, all will be well.
Real chance! Son Heung-min finds himself offside.
The attendance for this match was
Haaland.
72,306.
Quarter of an hour into the second half. Oh, he's burst! Chance! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And now a sudden chance to counter.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
And it's a corner. Corner number 2 then. He's there to belt it away. And now they can spring out of defence. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. And here's Haaland. Neymar. And he's there to get it away. Well, it looked promising, but the final ball is just not quite right. And that could set him on his way. And they're quick to get it back. Now the finish! He has done it! And that could well be the winner!
What a time to take the lead. But now comes the dilemma of whether you ought to hold on or go for it again and try and extend your advantage. That's always been the harder option, in my experience.
Simplicity itself.
Son Heung-min really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
Substitution for Barcelona, number 19.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Suarez.
So we have the first goal.
13.
Listen, when it comes to
Roberto
goals, Peter,
Carlos.
in this team,
Number
he's always the
24.
#1 contender, and he's done it again.
Number 20, Neymar. Coming on the field, number 14.
Bastoni gets
Batistuta.
across to intercept
Number
that.
9, Eto'o. Number 4, Costa Curta. Number 21, Alessandro Bastoni. Number
Barcelona
8,
surely have to be commended for
He's gone for goal! Oh my word, that is quite something! He's got himself an absolute peach. And surely that does it! Perfect time, decisive strike.
Perhaps deserves a little bit of sympathy here, because that's a goalkeeper's nightmare. It's clear that the keeper was unsighted by his defence, and by the time he picked up the flight of that, it was too late.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Musiala. India finding their pass. York! And he comes up trumps again.
Yeah, while he won't be happy with some of the defending in front of him, he can hold his head high. That was a fantastic stop.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Well timed, excellent interception. Hernandez. 4 added minutes on the board. Plays a sharp little ball here. De Bruyne stood his ground strongly. And that is that. What a satisfying performance. A performance at times of determination and occasionally magic. So the wait is over, we can finally get going. Welcome to everybody who has joined us for this unmissable game. Hugely anticipated, hugely hyped, undoubtedly the place to be at this moment in time. Such scenes here, a sea of team colours, songs ringing down from the stands. The tone is set for the 90 minutes ahead. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. He could be in here.
Giuliano Belletti will undoubtedly have a very busy game here, Peter. He's good going in both directions and has a very impressive engine.
One of those who's become a cult hero for every club he's represented. Famously, of course, 3 years in Catalonia and 1 goal, the winner in a European final.
Yeah, well, who could forget that? But first and foremost, I see him as someone who always puts in an honest shift. He'll do everything his manager asks him to do and will rarely let you down.
Oh, he's been caught on it here. Eto'o. That's an excellent interception. Musiala. Darwin.
Yeah, the crowd have tried to spark some excitement, but to no avail. This needs something explosive.
Now it's Messi. Fiddles it through. Bayer getting this one clear and claimed it back swiftly. Some really good ball movement. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. No outsmarting him this time. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Eto'o. Oh, shooting chance! Goal! Barcelona! There is the breakthrough!
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
Barcelona have fired themselves in front.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
15 minutes till half-time. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Messi is offering some sort of an apology there.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
He's had a shot! He has done it! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
And now he has 2. So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way. It might not be such a bad idea playing this short and into feet.
Yeah, they need to be thinking in terms of guile, deception, don't they? Belletti.
2 added minutes has
And
been
that
indicated.
interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Climate! It's loose. Oh, what has happened here? And the cross comes in. Tries to get it clear. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, they had their opponents reeling in that half, Peter, and the break may influence a change
Hello,
somehow,
everybody, and
but
quick
don't hold me
announcement
to
now.
it.
We would like to ask you all to kindly stay
Barcelona
seated
are
during
heading
the
into the
match.
break.
Thank you for
Very
your
happy with
cooperation.
how it's gone so far.
substitution on the field. Number 20, Darwin Núñez.
Whistle goes,
Number
and we
22,
start the second half.
Serge Gnabry.
And
Number
he's intervened well
14,
there. Now it's
Mitoma.
Vardy.
Coming
Now
on
it's
the
Kluivert.
field, number 18,
Van Dijk
Vardy.
cuts out the pass.
Number 13,
And it's Eto'o.
Conte. Number 83,
Eto'o with 2 goals
Jackson.
already to his name. Lewis, big chance! Suarez gets flagged offside. Wriggles his way through. And there's green grass ahead of him. He's through, now is he in? Can he finish? And he hits the net! The second half off to a spectacular start! He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
NAC Breda get themselves back into contention.
Well, I think they probably needed an early
The
goal in
attendance
this
for
half
this
just
match
to
was
give them the confidence and belief to push on
70,987.
and look for an equaliser.
Eto'o. Luis Suarez is being harried and hassled. He's had a hit! It's there! A 2-goal lead and they're firmly in control.
Barcelona
Clearly executed that with considerable confidence. It only took seconds to score once the ball was recovered.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Look, it's a whole different ball game now, Peter, and it's a test of how they manage affairs from here.
I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Now that's well seen too. Kimmich. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, delightful ball. Shot a goal! It's anyone's ball now. Cleared without complication. That's good pressure, closed him down quickly. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Van Dijk kept his eye on it, and he's there. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
No, he's not getting his way this time. That has been cut short. Roberto Carlos is sporting a guilty look after that.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority, a cause of mild frustration.
Well, that pass isn't the best. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. He's beaten the last man. Picks out, great chance! Surely now they are well and truly out of sight. And with that, he takes home the match ball.
The invitation was received with such a clever run, and he had that defence in utter confusion.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Has been
Well, he's
indicated.
made this game all about him. He's got a fantastic appetite for goals.
So now the difference is 3. Xavi looking to get on the end of this. And we're done. Barcelona can look back on a nigh-on perfect performance here. A super contest in which they swept their opponents. Well, there's no doubt that this is a game which holds a special place in the minds of the footballing folk in this part of the world. Expectations rising, evidently the crowd hoping to be treated to a special contest. It is the perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to. And expectations are rising and decibel levels are rising. The noise is quite something. You can feel what football means to the people in this part of the world. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. And here's Suarez. Now that is commitment to the cause.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
And he's there to clear it. Messi! A real chance and a real let-off.
It was more possible than probable, and the outcome backed it up, Peter.
Eto'o. Spread it left. He's in plenty of space here. Messi. Always onto this. Bullets! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Bullet deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Xavi. Kimmich.
The Dutch introduced total football to the world, and in many ways, Ruud Gullit is the perfect example.
Well, he really could play in any position.
Yes, he started as a sweeper and showed that he could play anywhere in midfield and indeed up front. Big, strong, and absolutely gifted.
Oh, perfectly met. Great chance! Goal! Barcelona!
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs, and when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
Barcelona have penetrated for the first time.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Approaching the half-hour mark.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Barcelona clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And he's heaved it away. It's loose now. In he goes again. It's fallen kindly here. Terrific header. Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Gullit certainly could have and should have made more of that.
Played into space out wide. Oh, important interception. Makalele is there to clear. Iniesta, nicely aimed pass. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played,
2 added
well
minutes
stopped.
has been indicated.
Now it's Eto'o. Van Dijk spots it and intercepts. And it's half-time here. So there we are, half-time. Both teams head into their respective dressing room, and well, there was a genuine flow about the game. Most importantly, there has been just one telling moment. It is still very tight here. The game still up for grabs. And the half-time score, 1-0.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak maybe all it needs to change it.
Barcelona head into the dressing room pleased with the thought that they have that all-important lead. Analysis to come during the break. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Barcelona carrying a one-goal lead. Germany are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've...
Decent hit! Sticks it away! Two to the good! They have breathing space! It is a good finish. The odds were against him, little matter.
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
Substitution.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Barcelona are doing very nicely, thank you.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
71,649.
Oh, super find. Adams. Makaleli. It's Davis. Hullet. Big header! Oh, taken with style! No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Germany get themselves back into contention.
Listen, goals change games, and that has changed the whole complexion of this one. They have the momentum.
And the finish! Eto'o is flagged offside. They get a throw in. And he's managed to gift it back. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. It's a good run down the right. Luis Suarez.
Barcelona surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Just eases him off the ball.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Oh, and he's through the middle. Lovely feet. Eto'o stood his ground strongly. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Out again for a throw-in. Davis has it out wide and in space. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Shifted it to the flank. Could have been dangerous, but it came to nothing.
Minute has been indicated.
Germany need to give it everything they have, kitchen sink included.
Well-timed, excellent interception. And it's Davis. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Hullet. Now it's Hullet. Can he stop it go? Haaland! And that is the end of it. They hung on right till the finish. What a game, what a show. Both sides robustly going about their... Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest, a sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us, and we are glad to have you alongside us for it. Such scenes here, a sea of team colours, songs ringing down from the stands. The tone is set for the 90 minutes ahead. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Oh, well played. Messi! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Peter, Aurelien Tchouameni is someone I see as being a real tour de force in that midfield. He's a tireless worker. I've heard so many people say he's just a nightmare to try and get away from. A real destroyer whose abilities on the counter-press are very potent.
Shapes to shoot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played. well stopped. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
That's a decent clearance. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Eto. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Messi does really well to win the ball there. Eto. Rodri gets across to intercept that. Long ball looking to counter. Eto. He has found the way through. It's Eto! Oh, it's fallen loose again! Decent strike, kept it fizzing low. Roberto Carlos. 15 minutes till half-time. David Villa. And he cuts out the supply. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
De Bruyne delivers. He's done well to get that clear. Well, a goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up just before the break. And that could set him on his way. Xavi Alonso. And that's really well manoeuvred. Belletti. Kimmich. Barcelona finding their passes. Lewis. Straight hit! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Well, there are a few pockets of space that are being exploited, and they need filling, and fast.
Xavi Alonso. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Mbappe. Shot a goal! And it's a goal!
And for such a big name in your side to register very close to the break, not only creates a real buzz in your...
And that is going to be the final action of the first half. So there we are, half-time. Both teams head into their respective dressing room. And, well, there was a genuine flow about the game. Most importantly, there has been just one telling moment. It is still very tight here. The game still up for grabs. And the half-time score, 1-0.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
And we are already promptly back underway.
Barcelona really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
And they're quick to get it back. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Mbappe. Well, that's well spotted. Still chasing the game, trailing by one. Some really good ball movement. Mbappe, given the lift of his goal.
71,898.
Well timed, excellent interception. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
And it's Luis Suarez! It's anyone's ball now. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Skims one in. And he's there to belt it away. Messi. Eto.
That's what has to be done now, no question about it.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
It's Eto!
We'll simply have to tip his hat to the keeper here because that was a magnificent save. Well, Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
That has been cut short. Eto'o, he's free. Can he finish? Mbappe looking to get on the end of this. Time is running out here.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can...
He's had a shot! They've done it! Two to the good! They have breathing space!
Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
Barcelona could not have picked a better time to snatch a two-goal lead. Is there still time for a response?
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
Kimmich.
There will be
Messi.
1 minute added time.
And again, they run up against stubborn defending. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Well, that was a frustrating game. They were, at times, cohesive, very capable, but undone by an opponent who simply did a better job.
Time for our special...
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. We have already started here. And it's Messi. Well, there's the man we're all here to see, the thriller-minute Neymar. He really does turn every game into a showbiz occasion. So I wonder, Jim, what is in today's show?
Well, plenty, we hope, Peter. Being the kind of player who likes to take it upon himself.
Chance! just off target. Roberto Carlos. And it's lofted through here. Mbappe! And it's a goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
Madrid have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
Well, that's changed the mood entirely, as you'd expect, Peter. It'll be fascinating now to see what kind of reaction it will cause.
Oh, well played. He needed to get that right. Neymar. Yamal. Madrid finding their passes. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Looking for the runner. First quarter of an hour gone. Barcelona are behind here despite their domination of possession. Good spot, he's seen the run. Beckenbauer kept his eye on it, and he's there. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
Kimmich.
Barcelona really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Oh, what has happened here? That is good alertness. That is a great pick out. And that is Stuta! Yes, it's there! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, it certainly livened things up a bit, and that next goal now is absolutely crucial.
The purest possible contact. What a fabulous strike.
Is it just me, or did he make that look very, very easy? That was terrific skill and composure from him. He finished with such aplomb.
Barcelona grab the equaliser, and we're all square. Shapes to shoot! They're going to be quick to recover this. Xavi. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. There's the hit! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
It's easy to say it, but difficult to stop it when runs in behind are being made like that.
Roberto Carlos. Messi. Xavi. Davis. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it.
Footballing width usually identifies with running room, and we've just seen a prime example.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. He is through here. Yamal! Messi. Luis Suarez. Messi. Now it's Luis Suarez. He's a sharp little ball here. Batistuta. That's really well cleared. Taken back almost at once. And it's Messi. Messi was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Mbappe! Oh, surely that deserved better.
Mbappe really should be making an apology. That longer range pass gave him a golden chance then.
There will be 1 minute
Belletti.
added time.
Oh, played through for the wide man. That's a decent clearance. Batistuta. Well, played right into his path. He could be in here. It's Luis Suarez! What a wonderful goal! And that really is so impressive. And the first 45 minutes are up. Well, what a comeback. Certainly I didn't see that coming, nor I think did many in this crowd. So there was the first half.
Well, give me a moment to get my
First
breath
half
back.
is up and
What a
things are
super
looking
half
good.
of football.
Let's hope for
Incident-packed
another good show in
goals,
the second half.
comebacks, and the match being turned on its head. Which way it's going to go from here, it's anyone's guess.
Barcelona head into the half-time break with a narrow lead, 2-1.
Substitution for Barcelona. Number 17, Suarez.
So off we go
Coming on
once
to
more.
replace him is number 5.
That is a little undercooked.
Substitutions taking
It
place.
looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it's... Big chance! It's in! 2 up now, and they are cruising.
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
So the lead now is 2.
Listen, it's up to them now how they think about it from here, because for me it's crying out for them to force the issue.
Now it's Batistuta. He's through here. He has found a way through. That is good strength. And he's there to get it away. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Barcelona can breathe again, just.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
The timing of the pass and run was exquisite.
In for a header! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different. Batistuta being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down there.
It is a corner. That has been knocked clear. Quarter of an hour into the second half. And now they can spring out of defence.
The attendance for this match was 71,898.
And he's surging through. It's loose now and they want to get it back. Oh, he's been caught napping. Xavi. Can he put it away? Barcelona have their second corner now. Xavi with the short one. There's the header! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Corner number 3 coming up. Keeper's dealt with that. Oh, that's nice. Ribery gets a foot in here. Madrid are looking to go forward now. Oh, good-looking ball. And here's Messi. He's away! Messi! He's missed, but not by that far.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Poorly directed kick from the keeper. He's given it away. Nicely aimed pass. Shot a goal! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Haaland did give it a fair old crack, and he'll be encouraged to step up again.
Guardiola. Barcelona perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Just a quarter of an hour to play. And nicely intercepted. And that is out of play. Ribery.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Another chance from a corner. Corner number 2 then. And it's hoisted clear. It's a good spell of possession, this. Oh, good ball. Batistuta. Has a look and plays it forward. Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos spots it and intercepts. Might be danger here. Into the last 5 minutes. Vieira. Beckenbauer. Yamal. Neymar. Oh, important interception.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
Messi. That's been cut out, well played. 4 extra minutes added on. Trion gets across to intercept that. He's played him through. And he cuts out the supply. Long ball by the goalkeeper. And that will be the final act. Barcelona have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through unwaveringly to win.